this is a very special video. This video is a review for my friend Gora on his film, GORA! So, Gora is amazing. Can I just say that, just to start? So Gora is an actor from India who is one of the most passionate and dedicated people I have ever met in the film industry. And even though he's all the way in India, that didn't stop him from making a movie with a guy named Taylor James Johnson based in Texas. Now, this film just speaks to me on so many levels. One, first of all, it just demonstrates the way that the film industry has been disrupted. You no longer have to go to Los Angeles or New York or even Mumbai to be an actor in films, right? So I actually teach a class at Boston Casting called How to Be a Successful Actor in New England, and Gora, all the way in India, proves what I teach my students here in Boston, and that is relationships are the most important factor in your success as an actor. So many years ago, I started a filmmaking networking group here in Boston called Hollywood East Actors Group. And around that time, I got a Facebook request from this guy, Gora, who I didn't know who he was, but he proceeded to keep showing up in the group, showing up in the conversations, and he was always like, I'm in India, but I want to be in your film. And he said, you send me your script, and I will record my part and send it back to you, and I can even just be a character on a screen somewhere, but put me in your film. And I remember initially being like, come on, dude, you're all the way in India. I mean, I love your passion, but it worked. So one of the people that Gora connected with was this guy, Taylor, in Texas, and they proceeded to collaborate together on this film. What they did essentially is Gora got a camera and he recorded a journey to the Himalayas, his spiritual quest, right? And he would send the footage back to Taylor in Texas, and together they put together a movie. Now, this film is a wonderful documentary of just the journey that we go on when we go on a spiritual quest. And it asks a lot of really important questions, like, can you film a spiritual journey? Or does the camera somehow inhibit that telling? Now, this is something that really hits home for me because, as many of you may know, I started this YouTube channel, oh gosh, about 4 years ago when I was setting out on my journey to India. It was a 6-month backpacking journey. And the last 2 months of the trip, I completely went offline because I was having my own spiritual experience. I started working with my teacher there, and just, it wasn't something that I could really share with the world as it was happening. And I saw that reflected back in Gora's film, the way that it doesn't go as you planned, and yet there's still a message there. So go see Gora's film. I believe that he has everything it takes to be a cult classic. I mean, his passion, his personality, his desire to make something of himself in this world is impossible not to be inspired by. He's someone who has taken it upon himself to create the content, to not wait for the opportunity, but to create the opportunity. And that's exactly where that philosophy that he's had all these years has led him into collaboration with Taylor Trash Productions out of Texas. So I highly encourage everyone to check this film out. It is one of my favorites. Anytime I want to be inspired and entertained, I watch Gora's movie because that's exactly the effect that it has on my heart. This film shows me that if you have passion, if you have drive, and you have a willingness to show up and meet new people and introduce yourself and reach out and follow up with people, then there's nothing to stop you from being successful in today's world, because today's world is not like it was before. It's not that you get a job and follow a single trajectory. In today's world, we can define ourselves based on the content of our heart and by being willing to be vulnerable and share that with the world. And that's what Gora's film means to me. Another great thing about this film is that because Gora is an Indian man filming in India, he has a completely different experience than I had being in India. When I walked around in India, people would look at me, because I was an outsider. I was a white woman, and so I would get attention, and so there was a certain filter that I was seeing India through. Gora offers an opportunity to get a glimpse of India in a really raw and authentic way. Not with people looking and being like, who's that foreigner pointing a camera? But he's a local, he blends right in. So this film also gives a really great opportunity to take a glimpse at Indian culture. You know, he visits these temples, he speaks with these monks, he goes on this journey into the Himalayas, and it's absolutely a gift to watch and to be a part of. So Gora, let me just say that I am so proud of you, brother. I am so proud of how hard you've worked, how much you've gone through, how you've never let your dream fall from your heart, how you've believed in yourself and believed in the gift that you have to share with the world through your acting. And let me just say that I am one of your biggest fans in the entire world. I'm so proud of you. And I hope that one day we get to collaborate together on a film, because you have proven to me, my friend, that sab kuch milega, anything is possible, especially for those who have a dream and for those who believe in it. So, thank you, Gora, for being my friend all these years. Thank you for following up with me to get this review. Thank you just for being an amazing human being and a dear friend. And I really hope that our journeys intersect many times in this beautiful, beautiful life. All right, thanks for watching, friends. I'm gonna put the link to Gora's film. I highly recommend you check it out. Your upliftment and inspiration awaits.